Hi, I'm Nic Milani, Executive Director of Cloud Solutions here at Crestron Electronics, and I'm excited to talk to you today at InfoComm 2016 about Crestron's great technology around managing the spaces and creating better user experiences for your employees through Fusion Cloud and Crestron PinPoint. So what is Crestron Fusion Cloud all about? Well, it's about your three biggest investments in people, spaces, and technology. From a people standpoint, we want to help your employees better find the spaces they're working in and navigate their day, finding the tools they need. When they find those spaces, real estate desperately needs to know how and where people are working. And from a technology standpoint, we want to proactively monitor the technology, ensure it's working, and then figure out utilization reports on it. It's a real problem today as we think about what poor meetings cost our industry. $37 billion alone is lost in the United States every year to poor meetings. But let's make that more quantifiable for each of us. According to our research with Microsoft, we know that 10 minutes is lost to the start of each meeting. If you have 400 employees making on average $85,000 a year and spending 35% of their week in a meeting, that results in $1.9 million per year of 400-person companies losing to poor meetings and bad meeting setup. So how do we solve it? Crestron Fusion Cloud is the management tool that allows us to then improve that experience and reduce that cost. It starts with global device management. Before a meeting ever begins, we need to ensure the equipment's working and online. We do that first by understanding the equipment status of every device everywhere in the world. When a device goes offline, we can trigger email alerts to local support staff to address the issue before employees get there. We can allow the technicians then to visualize the space in 3D. We can do preventative maintenance through lamp hours, and ultimately we can take that information and create 11 reports which help organizations understand how the spaces are being used. Also, before a meeting ever begins, it's about advanced scheduling and helping people find the right rooms to get their job in. The way we do this is we work with existing calendar applications, pulling that information into Fusion and then making it available via touch panels outside the room. These scheduling panels allow employees to see whether a room is available or it's currently booked. We also have a plug-in tool within Outlook that allows you to use it from your PC. And finally, we take that information and make it available in the industry's first mobile productivity tool, PinPoint, which we'll talk about in a minute. So we've got the room booked, the room's working, people show up, inevitably things go wrong. How do we provide help desk and support to resolve those issues as quickly as possible? While documentation is important, it's really about the end user experience. Their ability to push a help request button which alerts the technician that can then instant message back and forth. They can pull up a control panel to actually control the space. They can see via a live webcam what's happening in the space and ultimately provide live voice support directly through Rava SIP in the panel itself. Sometimes things also go wrong outside the room. In that case, any device that's connected to the Crestron network can instantly be controlled through Fusion, which is extremely helpful in the case of emergency announcements or broadcast messages, alerting occupants to potential problems that may exist. As we move beyond, it's important to think about the in-room experience and think about user experience and automation. When an employee enters the space, the occupancy sensor knows they're there, everything should just turn on. And because we have information about the schedule in the meeting, we can take the video information, one-touch video. We can also then allow you to present via AirMedia and PinPoint. We can schedule HD capture via HD capture. And we can do a post-meeting reset. So when the next group comes in, the system's in a stable state and able to access. Also important to understand that Fusion is fundamentally gathering and aggregating tons of data. And in the Internet of Things, this becomes critically important for organizations to help understand how people are connecting, the devices they're using, and the spaces they're using. You can extract that data to make powerful business decisions inside your organization. All of this leads to a smarter building integration capability. By tying in power monitoring control with lighting monitoring control along with HVAC, we can start to build intelligent routines by pushing and pulling information from your existing BACnet system. That's Crestron Fusion Cloud. It's a powerful tool for your organization to manage the systems that people are using. Also new with Crestron Fusion Cloud are several deployment options. What we have now is the ability to do a monthly cloud service which allows you to get all of your locations around the world into a single database. We also provide a monthly service and an on-prem service. And hosted scheduling is a new easy way just to simply leverage the scheduling panel power of Crestron Fusion Cloud. As we move beyond Crestron Fusion Cloud and begin to talk about PinPoint, the industry's first mobile productivity app, we start to think about a number of functions and taking the power of all that information and data and putting it in the hands of the employees that are trying to navigate their day. We'll touch on each one of these things, but it starts with proximity room booking. The app is aware of where I am. Right now in the Las Vegas Convention Center, it only shows me the rooms that are here. I can then simply see that they're available, select the room I want, and book the space instantly from the palm of my hand. If I need to filter based on more advanced criteria, I can use the advanced search functions to filter based on the number of people in the room or the types of devices that I might need to use once I'm in there. This empowers your employees to better understand what technology they need and let the spaces work for them. I can tag favorites for the rooms that I prefer, so that way the information that shows up first, and I can also tag content that I oftentimes are filtering based on. So I've found the room, I've booked the room, now I've actually physically got to locate the room. One of the most critical things in a large campus is the difficulty of finding spaces, and what Crestron PinPoint allows you to do is swipe the screen to go from a campus map to a picture of the building to a floor plate. This helps me locate the space. Then I can prep employees for the space that they're actually going to enter by providing pictures of the actual room. Finally, I can show different seating capacities and help them understand more the types of rooms, the sizes, and the capabilities, whether that's a 20-person, an 8-person, or a 4-person room. We found the room, we've located it, we show up. Now again, it's about that user experience. When the employee walks into the room, the digital graphics engine on the screen shows that they're in the right space. You pull the phone out of your pocket and you can instantly connect via the app to Air Media. No PIN codes, no HTTPS addresses, it's all right there. Also, when you're running late for a meeting, you can use the dial-in function to dial instantly into the call. Ultimately, this becomes like your personal assistant for the day. And we call this the My Day dashboard, which gives you at a glance all of your meetings, how much time you have left in the current one, and how much time to your next one. It picks your head up to potential conflicts, like I've got a back-to-back meeting. You may want to proactively move to the next space, or there's a conflict in the space and I've got 2 events at the same time. By clicking on that card, it allows me then to go solve the problem. Of course, all of this is based on 3 series and DM equipment throughout the enterprise and all the spaces people work in, not just the boardrooms and conference rooms. And the experience we want to create is one that's unified, leveraging AV Framework for a consistent experience. And in simple terms, the display on the wall reflects the handheld device along with the scheduling panel outside the room and the touch panel inside the room. All of these things stitched together to create a cohesive experience for our employees. Again, DM 3.0 is the hardware, Fusion Cloud manages, PinPoint creates the experience. And finally, new to this new process is the way that we deploy the systems to ensure that you get the system you need. We have a full system designed to help educate, scope, deploy, and provide the support that's required to ensure it continues to work, provide the data, the information, and the powerful tools. That's Crestron Fusion Cloud and PinPoint. I'm Nic Milani. Thank you so much. Have a great InfoComm.